Hey guys, welcome back to Little Big Opinions. I'm Big.
And I'm Little.
And we got producer Mark here.
Let's go, boys.
So this episode is brought to you by Sacieta Law Personal Injury Attorneys. If you've been injured in a car accident, you need more than just a lawyer. You need an advocate who truly cares and fights hard for what you deserve. Call Sacieta Law at 305-340-9082 or visit sacietalaw.com for your free consultations. Sacieta Law, where strength meets compassion.
All right, I'm going to call you out because just last week you got at Mark about not like a count or anything. He's doing his thing, giving the count, and you just on three start talking. What everyone knows, 3, 2, 1, action.
He went like this.
Yeah.
He went like this.
Yeah, that's on you.
You know what this is? Mark, this is a 0. This is a 0. He went like that, 0.
Yeah, everyone knows.
This is a 3.
No. If you hit a 3 out on the court, you don't go like this.
I go like this.
You go 3.
No. I go like this. I go like this, like Wolverine. Like
in our thumbnail right now, it's a 3 like that.
You should have been a lawyer.
Yeah,
you should have been a lawyer.
I don't know.
Hand up. Hey, hand up, Mark. My bad. Yeah. All right, we'll get this live thing. The most important thing is that it's live. We're here live. We are live every Monday evening. So set your watches to it. You watch a little bit. You know, you watch. What do you call that thing? Wheel of Fortune, then Jeopardy, and then you put on LBO. And this week is a big week because we had a hell of a weekend. Mark, what happened this weekend?
Ooh. The U, baby. We are in over Notre Dame. Over Notre Dame. That's the biggest thing right there.
Convicts over Catholics.
It feels, it's phenomenal feeling. I feel amazing right now. I got all decked out, got the shoes going. That's kind of hard to do. How are you feeling, big guy? How are you feeling?
Man, for like a month now, every single group chat just going on, and we should be over Notre Dame and all this. The CFP clearly came to their senses. We were out on the golf course together.
Yep.
I did not have any golf decorum. I was screaming in the middle of Miccosukee Golf Course out of my lungs when that popped up. So what comes out? Number 12 comes out. Number 11 comes out. Number 10 comes out. Or sorry, the other way around.
Dude, this guy's sick,
Bama,
guys. All right, just give him a
Bama
break.
comes out. It's number 9, and then there it is. So if Bama's in after that shitty performance against Georgia and 3 rushing yards, it's only between Miami and Notre Dame. There we are. We're about to go. And pops up Miami, and then this guy hits like an 8-footer, like a snake, just to get us to a par. And it was just a wonderful time. But we're in. We're going to College Station on the 20th. We're going to whoop that Aggie ass. All the Aggies are doing is talking mad shit. Just fuel the fire. You talk crap about Ruben Bain, he's going to come after you. You call Malachi Tony little. There's nothing little about that guy. He's got the biggest heart and the biggest balls in the world. This is the best team in the country. We are the most dangerous team in the country. And now we are in the tournament, folks. Get ready. Woo! Yeah! See! Hey!
It's MIA.
Yeah.
It's MIA.
All right.
Who cares, baby?
Take your shot.
All right.
take your shot?
Okay, guys.
I have not.
Jesus.
So I made a bet here with Little. I thought there was no way they were gonna let the Canes in. I thought it was gonna be like there's no chance. They hate Miami. Everyone hates Miami. I said I will take 3 shots. 3 shots if we lost. So, or if we made it. Sorry.
Right. So more to the bet in our group chat. Every single Monday, it was talking about this for months and months, it seemed like. And I just kept on saying there's no way that if Miami wins out that they would be left out of the college playoff. I didn't think that they would leave out Notre Dame as well, though. I thought that they would have some caveat and not put in like the James Madison or Tulane, which is we can get to that in a little bit. But, you know, the bigger news is not the fact that UM made it, because they definitely deserve to be so based on everything that's happened. But the bigger news is just how it's amateur sports. The kids are supposed to be amateurs, which are not anymore. But actually, the organization, the NCAA, is amateur. And the way that they've gone about the process is amateur. Why are we having, if we never had any rankings to begin with, there's no problems with the final show. I think there's a lot of things that have to change, and every single year it's, it was 4. Okay, 4 is not enough. It's 12. Once we have 12, that'll be enough. Now they're saying 16. I don't think it ever be perfect. I think everyone's going to always have a case for why they're in, but it's amateur. The SEC bias, it's got to go. The Notre Dame bias has got to go, and just let these kids play on the field. And if the kids deserve to be, if the teams deserve to be there or are good enough to be there, they should be in the playoff. I think Miami did what they needed to do, which was beat Notre Dame. And head-to-head, they deserve to go over. Now, we can talk about the SEC stuff. We could talk about if Alabama deserved to be there, if Ole Miss deserves to be there, if all these different schools. But bottom line, UM got in, and Notre Dame did not.
I don't think 12 is necessarily the problem. I kind of feel like the biggest thing is that, like, you're giving these G5 teams 2 spots here for nothing.
But it's not it's not G5 teams. It's because the ACC, again, amateur hour, has a 5-team tie, and their tiebreaker has nothing to do with the highest ranked team, which doesn't make any sense. I think the American Conference does that. If you have more than one team and there's no head-to-head, it would be obvious that the highest-ranked team should be playing for that for the championship game, and then we wouldn't have had this problem. But they just make up the rules, and that's the biggest problem. And then lastly, let's talk about how Notre Dame has handled this, by the way, because Notre Dame thinks that they're God's gift to college football, no pun intended, and they are not part of the ACC in football. They're a part of the ACC in everything else. You want to know why? Because they have their own contract with NBC. They make a lot of money, and I understand that. They don't want to share that money with the ACC for football. If Notre Dame was part of ACC and ACC had them, maybe their conference would be looked at a little bit different. So you've held back ACC as much as any other team. So if you didn't want to come cross over and become fully part of the ACC because you guys are selfish and you want to do that, that's on you. Of course, it's up to the ACC school to promote their own school to say, we deserve to be in. And if you don't like the fact that all they said was, we beat you guys head to head, then that's a little crybaby.
No, so they also, what Pete Bavacqua is the athletic director for Notre Dame and did all the rounds. He was on all the shows today, Wake Up Barstool and things of that nature. And what he came out and he said is, I'm upset with the conference. The conference came. I have I just said that. I know, but I have you said that we were saying the head-to-head and stuff like that mean the UM.
No.
You're talking about the conference.
No, you weren't paying attention, okay? We have a problem here. You don't listen.
Can you just fucking go with it, dude? Just go with it.
You're too sensitive, and keep going.
Stop calling me sensitive. You call me out and then whatever.
Just keep going.
No.
Oh, you're done talking now? We got a show. You can't stop talking. Get to your point, okay? Back to, what are we talking about? He has a problem with the ACC. Go.
You ruin everything. You're the worst. And when you talk, you say this or whatever. You didn't say the ACC. You didn't say the conference itself. You said us, that we said head-to-head and stuff like that. UM said that stuff, which is fine. And he said that was fine for UM to say that. He has no ill bearings, and he's okay with Radakovich and stuff like that, RAD at UM. So Pete Bavacqua is all class. Marcus Freeman and all these people saying that now they're going to forego playing a bowl game. It's just a bunch of you're a bunch of crybabies. Nobody cares about you guys. Next year they signed something. I don't know who signed this in the bylaws that if Notre Dame is in the top 12 next year, ranked in the top 12, they have an automatic bid in. So if that's the case next year, we are out of it. So
that's ridiculous.
I don't know who approves that, Mark. Who has the
committee? The committee did.
That's complete and utter BS.
The committee with the athletic director for Notre Dame on it, right?
It changes every year, though.
I get it, but come on.
Again, it's going back to him. I heard his interview on Dan Patrick, and I understand his point, and that does sound like he's part of the committee. But again, if you were part of a conference, this wouldn't be an issue, right?
Correct.
You're half in, half out, and you have a partnership with the ACC because you need them in every other sport. You don't need them in football, but you made a decision to be out, and when you play head-to-head, there's 2 schools in there. You have Texas A&M in there. You have UM in there that you play. Those are the only 2 good schools that you played this year, and if you lost to them and it's head-to-head, it is what it is. You move out. Now, the problem was, if there was no rankings, Ryan, what does the rankings matter throughout the whole year to say that you're 7, to say that you're 8? Why don't we just not rank them until the end?
I agree with that. That's something that he said. Don't come out with these ranking shows because at the end of the day, all that matters is the last ranking. So we got to get rid of all that because all you're doing is give everyone blue balls, basically, is what happened today. So it was a chaotic year. The CFP completely mishandled this entire process in this last month or so. It's caused chaos, and they got to fix things for next. But all that matters is that Miami, they did the right thing. They did the right thing. It was between Notre Dame and UM, and they put in UM, and they looked at the head-to-head. That was the most important thing. Now, should Bama be in with the 3 losses and a loss to FSU? No, that's Alabama bias. They're not the same team anymore.
SEC bias.
That's Alabama bias. Alabama bias. Alabama bias, not SEC bias, because they have 3 losses. And what? They lost to Georgia, and they lost to FSU and Oklahoma. FSU, the worst team, one of the worst teams in the ACC. If another team that is not named Alabama from the SEC loses to FSU, they are not ranked this high. So it's Alabama bias.
But it's not even lose to FSU. Is they got beat down. It was 2 scores. It was 2 scores. Like that's not even. You're not even close at that point.
Yeah.
And then you're saying the Louisville and SMU. Yes, not great not great losses, but FSU is worse. That's where they have 2 wins in the ACC. 2 wins. That's bad. Also, I want to state Miami has never been that bad. Even on our worst, we haven't been that bad.
Don't
FSU.
Don't.
I'm not. I don't care, baby. This is our time right now.
The problem with again, it's the amateurness of the way that there's a conference championship game. You can't punish Alabama for being in that spot, and then a team like Ole Miss and Oklahoma who they couldn't have lost because they didn't play. That's the reason why you can't take Alabama in that situation, because the whole system is just set up incorrectly at this point.
But they look so bad. Alabama looks so bad against Georgia.
They definitely should. I agree with you. They should have removed them, but it's amateur, everything that they do. I'm going to continue saying it. Everyone loves college football. I get it. It's because anything can happen because it's amateurs all the way around. So they need to fix it. They don't need to increase the teams because that doesn't do anything. No. And again, if there's a team like last year, Iowa State had a great year and they played enough and they played good teams and have good wins and deserve to be in the playoff, then let's put them in. The years where Boise State was good, the UCF was good that year where they went undefeated and claimed the national championship. Then okay, put them in the playoff. But don't put in James Madison when you know they're just about to get rocked. And don't put in Tulane when they're going to get rocked. I understand your rule, but it's not going to be competitive. You just wasted 2 weekends, 2 games what's the point of playing? It doesn't matter. So in that case, why isn't Notre Dame in? They should be in. We all want to see Notre Dame play that game, not James Madison. Forgive me. I went to FIU. I'm an FIU fan. I wouldn't be happy if FIU was in just to get rocked. I'd rather see Notre Dame in. I'm kidding. I would be super happy, and I'll be sitting up here going, rah, 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 FIU. But that's all I got to say.
James Madison, Oregon, that's going to be a beatdown in Eugene, Oregon. I would much rather see Diego Pavia and Vanderbilt play that team, Heisman finalist, go into Oregon and see what's up with that. And then Tulane playing Ole Miss at home. Yeah. Tulane, same thing. I'd rather see Notre Dame go in and play Ole Miss. You want the 12 best teams. I understand these conferences, these lowly conferences, they need shots and like that. But it's participation.
They had no big wins. It's not the same.
They're not undefeated.
It's not the same at all. And I think that's an injustice to the college football fans. But again, college football playoff, you guys are a bunch of amateurs.
Okay, well,
we still win, baby. We're still in.
We're in it. We're in the tournament. That's all we wanted. Another thing is we got some champions in here. The Inter Miami Herons are your MLS Cup champions this year, 2025.
Yeah, it's been actually a football weekend for me, and I'm talking about soccer. I had
Jesus
the
Christ.
honor to go over to the World Cup final draw. That was just an amazing experience. I had no idea what I was getting myself into until I got there, and I land back in Miami just to find out that we're gonna play a game. And Mark's like, "Oh, you watched the game?" I'm like, yeah, I'm a football fan now. Sitting and watching Inter Miami win their championship, an own goal. That's how they got their first goal. And then it was 1-1. It was close, and Messi did Messi things and assisted on the go-ahead
third and
goal,
final goal.
the second goal. But
Oh, sorry.
you didn't pay attention. You didn't watch.
Yeah, I did not watch. Did you watch the game? You watched the whole game?
Oh, I like literally. You said to me that we had to do a better job of listening to each other. Mark made the comment before.
Did you watch the game?
Yes, bro.
The whole game?
I literally just said it to you. Yes, I watched.
Did you watch the ending?
Well, that's the best part of the ending. Is just to make sure.
Did you watch David Beckham almost cry? Because real men fucking cry.
Okay.
Real men cry. And real beautiful men like myself and David Beckham cry.
David Beckham did not cry.
He almost cried.
He did not cry.
He almost cried. He almost cried in the interview. Did you see that?
Almost only counts in hand grenades and horseshoes, okay? Not in this situation. He didn't cry, so you're the only one that's crier over here, not David Beckham. And I would say that if you won a championship, you're allowed to cry.
I've won a championship. I won an ACC championship when I was in 8th grade. All Catholic conference.
All
I was
Catholic
also an all Catholic conference basketball all-star for 3 years in a row. So I know about winning championships.
He's talking about middle school, guys. So
St. Agatha Mustangs, baby. 2002 champions over St. Kevin and St. Brennan. Get after us.
Yeah.
You couldn't do. This guy was he was a starter. Couldn't make a layup for his life. I mean, the worst offensive player I've ever seen, but the best defensive player. Pretty good defensive player. You were.
thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I was on that team.
You were on that team with Gus.
Never played. Didn't play. They called me up one time to go play, and I guess I didn't get up fast enough.
No, I remember that. I remember. So
Please explain the story. Say the story.
we didn't have enough space on the bench for all the people on the team. So Mark was in
right.
7th grade, and we were 8th graders. So Mark and Gus had to sit on the floor.
On the floor.
So our good friend and Jonathan, his dad Julian, was our coach.
Stud coach.
And he's been our coach since we were 3 and 4 years old. And he's like, Mark, get in there. And Mark like rolls his eyes and like does one of these. They starts getting up. He goes, you don't want to go in? Sit back down. And that was it. That was the only chance Mark got to go in. And he didn't go in. Gus went in and tried a behind the back pass. And of course, got benched right away. This is, ridiculous that we're talking about middle school, but it's funny.
Hey, you talk about champions. We were champions.
The funny thing is I almost wore my St. Agatha Mustang jersey today.
You still have that?
Of course I still have it.
You know where my jersey is?
Hanging.
Hanging somewhere. I gave it to Julian. We all signed it. And we gave it to Julian as a gift.
He doesn't have that anymore.
For sure he doesn't have that. Not that.
I was at their house the other day,
luxurious
and I
house.
was looking at his memorabilia. I don't remember Ryan LaForest jersey.
I was hoping it'd be, put up across his mantle. All right. But most importantly, the Miami Dolphins. It was a great football weekend. The Miami Dolphins again drummed the crap out of the Jets. Who called it, baby? Me, Amy. I said that they were going to win by more than 10 or more. They won by 24. It was not close. You and I were doing our best to watch the game. To watch a game and play golf at the same time it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
There's no way to hold up the phone. So this whole time I'm going like this and trying to hold it for you.
Amateur Golf League, which is AGL, that's what we're part of. We apologize because that was the worst etiquette we could ever have.
Oh, get out of here.
I mean, you were coughing up a lung, by the way, and you could cough the other way. By the way, you don't have to cough on me the whole time. I didn't want to say anything, but whatever. I guess I'll just be sick for the rest of the week. You've been bedridden for a week, and here I am going to be sick because you want to be my partner. And then
You're the one that kept asking to play I didn't want to play in the two-man scramble. I knew we didn't have a shot, and you forced me out there. I missed my niece's birthday party. He forced me to play golf on the weekend.
I gave him like 3 outs, and he kept on saying, I want to play. So don't even...
Of course you wanted to play.
yeah,
Come
don't
on.
even, sorry.
You-
But back
Out
to
of
the
the kid's
game.
birthday?
The Dolphins came out hot. They dominated the game, as Ryan said. I took my shot yesterday on the golf course. I put it on our story. If you missed it, sorry. You should be paying attention to our stories. But they came out 199 yards in the first quarter and 11 first downs, and they were up 21-0 before, we could think of anything.
The running game is phenomenal.
21-7, sorry.
But Devon Achane, by the way, before he got hurt, 7 carries, 92 yards at 13.1 yard average. This looked like Devon Achane in Texas A&M running all over UM. It was all over the field. Everything was just gash after gash. He gets hurt. Luckily, he didn't crack a rib. We'll talk about that a little bit. Jalen Wright. Let's talk about that guy. What he's gone through.
Right.
24 carries, 107 yards, and a touchdown. This is a guy that came into the season, into training camp, was moved all the way down the depth chart, right? Past the rookie and Ollie Gordon.
He didn't even dress for like the first 4 games.
Exactly. I mean, the guy yesterday in his press conference or in his post-game interview, he almost cried. Legit, almost cried because of how much he's gone through. The mental health of these folks, these players, and for him to stick with it, and now he's getting his shot, and it seems as though he's finding the holes. He's breaking tackles yesterday. He looked like the Jalen Wright that we took out of Tennessee. Just so happy for him, but happy for this offense, happy for this offensive line.
Yeah.
This offensive line is mauling people.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing. So we had our funeral. We've buried every chance we get, but it's time to give some people their praise, starting, of course, with Mike McDaniel. I mean, this is the guy that we thought we would get from the 49ers, and it has been a work of art as far as the run game is concerned. And if Tua could just figure anything out, I mean, he missed some wide open throws. It could have been even worse than it was. But Mike McDaniel, what a phenomenal job you've been doing. You've brought this team back to Ryan's point. Jalen Wright, like, it's just another one of these stories where they've brought the team back together when they could have folded. And we've seen many years where the team has folded. We did see when Brian Flores' team came back as well. It kind of reminds me of that. Mm-hmm. We ended our pod that year, and now we're here witnessing this one.
We're not going to end it this year, though.
Not this year. We've endured. But there's 2 guys that we don't talk enough about. Julian Hill, by the way. Have you seen that guy?
Really
that
good
guy,
year. Really
last
good year.
Last year, we just ripped on him and ripped on him. And he is so important and vital to the running game of how much he moves. We don't hear about him because he's just opening holes. And Jonas Safainea, I think we're so sorry for as much, but we told you, we want to celebrate you. We want to say what a good job you're doing. The way that he's been getting to the second level, Aaron Brewer's been doing all year.
Oh, stud.
And then Alec Ingold is just opening up holes. The running game is a work of art. It's beautiful. You see it happening. A lot of motions. It's great. It's exactly what we want to see. The passing game, we're not going to talk about that. Okay, we're going to just talk about roses today. But again, 199 yards in the first quarter, 11 first downs to go up 21 points. The rest is history. I mean, we just kind of cruised the rest of the game. We didn't do much more after the game, but that's great. And it's been awesome to see.
We built this team during the draft. We built the trenches, right? And that's what we all got excited about. You took 2 big guys at the beginning of the draft. You played them very early in their rookie years, and we saw the growing pains. So we went through it, and it was rough. But now, the reason why you've won 5 out of the last 6 games is because both of those units are the foundation of this football team now. The defensive line and the offensive line. And you're seeing it mold together. And the offensive line is coming together. But most importantly, the defense now is what is keeping you in these games and putting you looking like a very good football team at the moment during this winning streak. And it's all because of that defense. Yesterday, giving up 3 points because one of them was, the sole touchdown was a punt return for a touchdown. So the defense comes out, gives us 3 points, 3 interceptions, 6 sacks. What am I missing here? 7 tackles for loss here. It's just non-stop takeaways, 10 takeaways in the 4 games in this 4-game winning streak.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's something that we were not seeing before. And getting off on 3rd down, getting off the field. This
Well,
defensive line.
The Jets didn't have a first down for like at least the whole first quarter. There was not even a first down. That's how we were playing.
Yeah. This defense is humming right now. Weaver is humming at the moment. He has everyone flying. You called it last week, Mark. People are flying to the ball, and it's just they're not just laying little hits. They're hit sticking people right now. They got a lot of confidence. So was it the Jets? Yes, it was the Jets. Was it the Saints last week? But it's any given Sunday. We've seen people lose big games to lowly opponents.
Tampa
every
Bay
week.
just lost to the same Saints that we were playing, and if we're gonna give other teams credit for beating the teams that are on the schedule, it's all that we can control. And the defense has played, to your point, very, very well. The rushing game has been amazing, and they're turning into a football team. They're turning into a December football team, which is not something that we've ever seen. So it's a lot to be excited about. And then we could talk about what's not exciting when we talk about the Steelers.
I'm not worried about the Steelers. Let's get to the Steelers. I'm not worried about
Hold
the
on.
Steelers.
Before we get there, one last thing before we go. The running game has been amazing. I want to tell you how amazing they've been. I'm going to start since the Falcons game. So if we go back, not just the 4-game win streak, but 6 games, they have 997 rushing yards and 7 touchdowns in their last 6 games. That's an average of 166 yards per game. It's been amazing. It's been great. The Falcons game is really what we want to look more to because that was when everything was humming. It was rushing game and Tua was playing better. Just please, can we get a little bit better from Tua? Just a little bit. Just set your feet and make the throws that are open because people are open like no one's around them. So
he had yesterday. He should have had a pick 6. He almost gave up an interception on his own 3-yard line. That should have been a pick 6 yesterday, and that would have kind of changed the tone of yesterday's game. They kind of would have been down by I think like 10 points, and there's kind of a game and whatever. But
you mean a fumble?
No. He threw a 3-yard out.
Right. So
the guy broke onto it.
You're absolutely right. He almost did that. He almost threw it backwards for a fumble, and there was another one over the middle of the field where he almost threw a pick as well. It's been rough. I don't know what's happened. It doesn't seem like he's setting his feet. I don't know. I don't know, but it's not the guy that is going to win us any games. And that's when I get to the Steelers. When everyone's been asking me, hey, Dolphins, are you excited? Are you excited? Unfortunately, I'm not excited yet because this is the Dolphins that we've seen as far as they beat the teams that they're supposed to. The last 2 games, not the one that we just played, but the 2 before that against the Saints and Washington, there wasn't commanding wins. They barely won those games. And if Tua was playing better, then I'd be excited. But I know that when it comes to having to make a play, I'm not confident. And second, the pass blocking has not been very good still. And we're about to play a team that can get after the quarterback with their linebackers, especially this guy named Watt, where it's going to be a pretty tough matchup. You're saying you're not worried, so go ahead and tell me why you're not worried.
Well, what's it going to look like on Sunday at 1 o'clock in Pittsburgh? It's going to be 22 degrees, so it's going to be very, very cold. Tua finally won a game in 40-degree weather this past weekend, so let's honor that. But the Pittsburgh Steelers are one-dimensional. It's all about Aaron Rodgers. Their running game is not a good running game. Kenneth Gainwell and Jalen Warren, what they do is they catch balls out of the backfield, but what's most important with them is they're not a good running football team. This past week, they went into Baltimore and they had a huge victory, something that not a lot of people saw coming. And now they are in first place of the AFC North and they control their own destiny. So they have some momentum right now, but 17 carries for 34 yards by the Steelers this past weekend. We need to control Aaron Rodgers. Gainwell and Warren are not going to beat you. They will beat you out of pass catching. But Aaron Rodgers has been a little, he's on and off. You have to get after Aaron Rodgers. And what's most important, you have to make him frustrated and have him start calling out his teammates on the sideline because he's a little B. That's what he is. That's how he acts. He's a little crybaby. Get in their head on Sunday. It's going to be cold. Use the running game. Devon Achane, supposedly, Chris, we thought it was a cracked rib. It's not a cracked rib. And what did McDaniel say? That
he could have come back if he needed to. It was an emergency base, but so that's good news. I haven't read anything today, so I don't know if he's injured or not. It's not going to be on Sunday. It's going to be on Monday night. And so that you guys remember, here in this studio, do you want to see what it looks like? Come on in. Come on, watch. We're going to have the game on. we're going to be doing a live show like we did at the restaurant against the Carolina Panthers. Hopefully we win. We're 0-1, but we're looking to right the ship here and go 1-1. I not as confident as Ryan, though, because the Steelers' offensive line is good. They do have Aaron Rodgers, who is a smart quarterback, a veteran quarterback, one of the all-time greats, no matter how old he is at the moment. And we haven't had this happen in a long time. But Metcalf is a wide receiver that's not going to be that easy to cover, and we haven't had to do that at all since Drake London, maybe. And I think he got hurt that game, didn't he? Or he didn't even play that game. So I don't remember the last time that we faced a wide receiver that actually needs to be covered one-on-one. So we'll see. It's going to be a close one. I personally am not picking the Dolphins to win. I am picking the Steelers to win.
Coward.
And we'll be 5-7. Well, 6-8 at that moment. So that's my prediction.
The Steelers are not a hot football team. They had a big win last week, but they've lost 5 out of their last 8 games. This is a beatable football team, and it's not like they're world beaters at home either. They're suspect at home as well. So
they can get after the quarterback though, and that's where it's going to be the difference. Can we stop?
And run the ball.
Can we stop them? Because they're going to sell out against the run for sure, and they have good linebackers and good defensive line to stop the run. So if they get into passing situations, then you have T.J. Watt, you have Herbig and Highsmith. They all have 7, 6.5, and 6.5 sacks. Like, it's not going to be a fun day. Even their defensive tackle Benton has 4.5. Like, it's going to be tough. It's not going to be that easy. It's going to be cold. It's going to be a night. It's going to be out there. Renegade's going to go on in the fourth quarter. Those terrible towels are going to come up.
It's going to be 10 degrees. They're giving up 118 yards on the ground per game. They're giving up 4.5 yards per carry right now. This is the strength of our football team at this moment. Run the football. It's going to be cold. Run the football and play good defense. That's a recipe. What we've been doing the last 4 weeks is a recipe. How do you win football games in December? I like the Dolphins here. The Dolphins right now are 3-point underdogs, which means that on a neutral field, Vegas thinks that we are a neutral team. We are even with the Steelers right now.
I think that's fair. I just take the Steelers at that. So
I guess we're gonna have to do another shot bet.
Absolutely.
Mark, who are you here with? Who are you with on this one? Steelers or Dolphins?
I'll go with the big guy. I'll do my normal.
Boy.
I'll do my normal. Go with the big guy. So let's
boy.
do it. Let's go Dolphins. Let's go Canes.
Let's go Canes. Speaking of Canes, do we have another one that we can see real quick? You gonna pull one back?
Yeah, I got you right here.
Yeah. Wow, Buffalo Trace.
So again, guys,
if you guys want to sponsor us,
this is his shot because he did not think UM would get in, so he owes 3 shots to us. This is number 2. There we go.
It's 2.
There it is.
What a man. All right, so there was a lot that went around the NFL. Let's kind of give you a recap of what happened. So Thursday night, the Cowboys go into Detroit. Detroit lays 44 points on the Cowboys. It was a thriller. The Cowboys made a little bit of a comeback, but Jahmyr Gibbs was way too much with 3 total touchdowns and 3 touchdowns on the ground and another 70-something yards through the air. It was too much of Jahmyr Gibbs. He is an incredible football player right now, Chris.
Yeah, he's been amazing, and the Lions they're just a little bit better than the Cowboys at this point. The Cowboys defense have been playing better, but this game, it was just too tough to hold back. And we had Amon St. Brown come back. He played, and he made enough plays to kind of keep him honest, but Jahmyr Gibbs was a story, and the Lions roll.
CeeDee Lamb gets hurt. By the way, CeeDee Lamb gets concussed, throws up gang signs just like Tua Tagovailoa. He does the fencing. And then George Pickens already, people are looking at him in a loss. You know, what was his effort looking like? He's going at it with Richard Sherman right now, calling him a PSB. And it's just not a good look right now. This is what happens. George Pickens is an absolute stud, but you're going to have to deal with some of these things that he's going to say off the field. Would I deal with that? Absolutely, because he's an absolute stud. All right, Seattle going into Atlanta and drumming the Atlanta Falcons. It was all Seattle. Seattle 37-9. Sam Darnold 3 touchdowns. Jackson Smith and Jigba another 92 yards through the air and 2 touchdowns, and they just bottled up Bijan Robinson. The Atlanta Falcons are not a good football team, and the Seattle Seahawks are 10-3.
Yeah, it took some time because of the second half is when they pulled away. They scored 17 points in the third quarter and 14 in the fourth. But that defense, the Seattle defense, just keeps winning for them. I have them on my fantasy football team,
Me too.
and they've actually absolutely been keeping me afloat in our big league, and that's the reason why I might make the playoffs because of them.
They had another touchdown from the special teams this week, a punt return. It's just nonstop. They were always consistently putting up between 20 to 23 points every week.
I think they scored 30 last week, didn't they?
Yeah,
It's unreal.
They're incredible. Now, huge game in Buffalo. Joe Burrow and the Bengals went into Buffalo to take on Josh Allen and the Bills. It was snowy. It was a snowy day in Buffalo in Highmark in that stadium. It was early on. It was all Bengals. They were putting it on the Bills, and then Josh Allen, of course, doing what he does, being the MVP that he is, having 3 touchdowns, having a rushing touchdown from 40 yards, a scamper. The guy is incredible. Joe Burrow, 4 touchdowns, but it was not enough for Josh Allen and the Bills to win 39-34. The Bills are now 9-4, and the Bengals are 4-9. They're completely out of it, and they just lost Trey Hendrickson, their star defensive end, for most likely for the year, for core muscle surgery. I have no idea what that is. Never heard of it before. Maybe they're making it up just to sideline some of their stars and rest them for next year.
Yeah, it could be a number of things, so I'm not even going to go into it. But as far as the Bills, that's what happens when you have a guy like Josh Allen. Anything can happen, and he can put on his Superman cape and win. And that's exactly what he did. And that's it. The Bengals now are most likely out of it.
No, they're out of it.
So they're out of it, and that's why the Dolphins game Sunday night against the Bengals have been flexed to 1 o'clock. So we'll be back at our normal parking lot in our normal tailgating crew. The Village is coming, and I guess more pavement. We're going to find out.
2 weeks, guys. 2 weeks. Come. If you're going to the Bengals game, prepare. Start DMing us, texting us, snail mailing us, hang out with us, buy some tickets. They're probably cheap. Come out. You want to see Joe Burrow live? That's going to be fun. But come hang out with us before the game. Have a couple beers, play a little dominoes, maybe smoke a cigar. Love you guys. Show up. All right. Huge game. Biggest game of the weekend in Cleveland. The Tennessee Titans taking on the Cleveland Browns. And it was a thriller, folks. It was an absolute thriller. It was 2 rookie quarterbacks who have this long-time rivalry. It was Cam Ward versus Shador Sanders.
What are you
Ward,
talking about? Long-time rivalry.
haven't you seen what they were been doing all this time off the field the last couple years of them talking smack to each
It
other?
was just this last year as they're getting ready for the NFL draft.
That's a long-time rivalry.
Jeez. The Jets-Dolphins is a long-time rivalry, not this.
This is a long-time rivalry. And you know what? F you.
All right.
F you. I told you to come at me, but this is not. This is the wrong. This is the wrong way.
This is why.
This is the wrong way.
You guys are all seeing it firsthand how sensitive he is. He says all these things and
Call
then
me sensitive again. I'm gonna hit you in your fucking nose.
Just
call me sensitive
just
again.
keep going.
No. You're coming at me the wrong way.
I'm not coming at
Yeah,
you.
yes, you
We're
are.
just talking.
No. You come at me the wrong way. Got it? Do you understand?
Don't talk to me like you're my dad. I'm not
Okay.
scared of you.
All right. Brittany's not scared of you, and I'm not scared of you.
Yeah. I'm not scared of you.
Okay. You should be scared of me. I'll sit on you. All right. The Tennessee Titans win this game 31-29, but Shador Sanders putting up 364 yards, 3 touchdowns. They went for it on a 2-point conversion at the end of the game to tie it. Unfortunately, it was the worst 2-point attempt. But Tony Pollard putting up 161 yards, 2 touchdowns, and thriving my team to victory against Bika, who needed to win to get into the playoffs.
Bika is Sacieda Law, by the way.
Sacieda Law, by the way, in our fantasy, let's talk about this real quick. So it's the last weekend. It's going to the playoffs. Me and him need to win. I need to win to stay in the playoff hunt. Mark, there's this thing in our league, this rule that you can only make 30 transactions a year.
I'm familiar.
For free agents. That's such a bogus rule because we have the auction for waiver wire. So why would you limit the amount of transactions?
I'm fine with it. I think I made like 2.
You made 2.
Yeah, I'm might be closer to last place than you, but
No, you're not. You're in it.
I'm in what?
You have a chance to make the playoffs.
No, he
I think I
doesn't.
won this week.
It's over. The season's over.
No, he needed to win. I'm pretty sure that Mark has a chance to make the playoffs.
I'm the last.
I had
team.
to
I'm the
draft.
16th.
I had to draft this while my wife had just given birth. So
You're gonna keep with that, huh?
I'm going to. That's bullshit, dude.
Listen. You're a father, and you have all these fatherly excuses. You got to man up. Your dad wouldn't come out here and say those things. Come on.
My dad also wouldn't be doing all of this stuff.
My dad asked me to bench guys the week that I play him. My dad never calls me, okay, ever. So he calls me, and it's always like, hey, how do I pick up this player here? I'm like, well, Dad, it's not the waiver time, so you have to wait till tomorrow for it to go through. And he goes, hey, you think you could bench Patrick Mahomes? No, Dad, I'm not going to. And that's what we call Altieri humor.
I love
and I'm waiting for it. I know I have it at times. Mark definitely has it a lot.
Earlier, you said the hand grenades horseshoe
That's Dad.
comment, which is my father, 100%. And you looked like him as you said it, and it sounded like it was coming from him.
Well, that's
And you went on this roll, and I was trying to ask you, what does that even mean? But I don't care.
no, you're gonna find out. Like almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. So you don't have to be exact when you have a hand grenade to kill the person. You just throw it around the area. Boom. Horseshoes, you get points for being close to the stick. You don't have to hit the stick. So if you're one horseshoe away, you get 1 point. If you hit the stick, it's something like that.
Great
1.2
saying.
point
Great.
and inside.
I learned something new
So
today.
that's what it means. So that's
you.
my dad's expression. That's what I've learned my whole life, and now you learn it.
I appreciate it. So I get termed out. Basically, I get capped on my transactions. I have Jackson Dart. It's a 2 QB league. I got Josh Allen 1 slot, Jackson Dart, and I go in and I wasn't able to get Mario. I wasn't able to get a quarterback, so I picked up Jacoby Myers. And then when I went to go pick up Jackson Dart is on a bye, so I basically had an empty second QB slot, and I still beat Societe Law. Should I have let our sponsor win to maybe give us a sponsor for next year?
Absolutely not. 100%. If you're going up against someone, you win. And I had a book growing up. I played baseball. I had a book growing up, and it said, if my mom was in the way of going from third to home, I would run my mom over to score, and then I'd go back over and pick her up. And that's absolutely true. If you're playing something, you go and you win.
But what book were you reading,
I
dude?
don't know. It was like a little, I got to go find the book. But I'd run my mom over, score, and go and then pick her up. If we're playing a game, we play to win the game.
That was not on Miss Novoa's syllabus.
There
dude.
is absolutely no reason why you play something and you lose. And let me tell you something else, Notre Dame. If you lose, you just suck up and say, hey, good
agree.
game. I lost. It's fine. And for all those sore losers out there that don't like the loss, then don't even participate.
Give
don't
it
even
to
play
us again,
because
Mark.
that's
Give
not
it
fun.
To us again.
So-
Go!
This is a joke.
Do it again, Mark. Do it again.
This is not a go to Kane's Insight if you want your stuff. All right, get back to the Dolphins pod. Come on.
Okay.
Kane's Insight. Go follow him.
You
Great
pour,
follow.
Pour your third shot, dude. So next time that you do it, you're going to kick it back. All right. In Minnesota, the Washington Commanders taking on the Vikings. Jaden Daniels was back, but it had nothing to, it didn't even matter. 31-0. Brian Flores locking up that Commanders offense. J.J. McCarthy finally throwing 3 touchdowns, none of them to Justin Jefferson, who had 2 catches for 11 yards. That guy's had a terrible year. Jordan Addison, Josh Oliver, who the heck is that? And T.J. Hawkinson, 2 tight ends, caught those 3 touchdowns. The Commanders have been 3-10. They're completely out of it. They are in the Josh Downs sweepstakes, folks. They need defense. That's who they're going to go after, or Arvell Reese from Ohio State. Now, Tampa Bay at home taking on the Saints. Tyler Shuck taking on Baker Mayfield. And Baker Mayfield, again, this Bucs team, terrible. Reeling, too many injuries.
Tampa Bay, you've been hit with the Ryan Jinx, talking about how good they were and saying, me, Amy, look how good they are. And I want my family in Tampa, all this stuff. And the lowly Saints came and beat them. And now they're in a dogfight for the division because the Carolina Panthers are sitting right there.
Yeah.
So they're going to be playing for the division either this week or next week. I'm not sure which one it is, but keep an eye on that. And I'm rooting for the Panthers.
Emeka Ibuka, you got to catch that touchdown, brother. You are a star. You were on the running for Offensive Rookie of the Year. You got to catch that touchdown and put your team up, late in the fourth quarter. Make that grab. So, they are reeling right now. Now we get to the Pittsburgh Steelers. We talked about it earlier. Huge victory on the road, 27-22. Lamar Jackson not looking like himself, not playing very well, but Aaron Rodgers, 23 for 34, 284 yards and a touchdown. And DK Metcalf, 7 catches for 148 yards. It's going to be Rasul Douglas. You're going to have your hands full on Monday, but I have trust in you, buddy.
Yeah, and not only that, but sorry, I don't know what game are we talking about?
Okay, no, never mind. This guy gives me a whole drub and then doesn't listen to me either. Okay,
I'll jump into this real
guy?
quick. I just checked. I had 7 transactions this year. So
Yeah,
even with buys, those like for one
7.
kicker. Jeez. Do you still want to be in the fantasy league or
I don't.
no?
I don't.
No?
I really don't.
You don't like it anymore.
I don't care, and I don't do the research that I used to do. Like I don't care.
So are you saying now that you're out of the league next year?
I don't know. I've said it 100 times.
You can't. You
right?
Yes, you have.
I've said it
You
a
have.
bunch of times, and then I fall back into it because I miss football so much. But then like the middle of the year, I'm like, I don't want to do this.
Keep doing it because it's one extra team that we don't have to worry about.
This will. Whoa. What?
Well, when was the last time you made the playoffs?
Like last year, I made the playoffs, dude. When was the last time you won?
Oh, you set yourself up for that.
The Vegas Raiders were taking on the Denver Broncos. I've never won a fantasy football championship. Taking on the Denver Broncos. The Broncos had this game completely. It was all over. The Broncos were drumming the Raiders, and then little by little, the Raiders come back. Dave Portnoy came out and said the most ridiculous thing, which is true. He had the Broncos at 8.5 for the spread. The Raiders come out, 19 seconds left. They're down by 10 points. They throw the ball. Brandon Jones gets a personal foul penalty or a delay of game penalty.
Delay of game.
And then Pete Carroll walks off his team with 3 seconds left and kicks a field goal to go down 7 points. Why would you kick a field goal there?
Because he was betting on the game too.
So you got to investigate Pete Carroll and all. This is Vegas. It is what it is. I feel bad for those bettors that bet the Broncos because the Broncos had the game all wrapped up.
Keep going.
And this guy's pointing at me. And Geno Smith got hurt. He had 1 touchdown for 160 yards, but got hurt. And Kenny Pickett came in and had that, some late garbage time information. But this Broncos team is 11-2, and they are right now with the Patriots, the best football team in the AFC right now.
Yeah, kind of crazy, but it is what it is. The game that you forgot was the Colts and the Jaguars, and that's kind of the one that I want to talk about.
Oh, talk about it. Give it to the folks.
Oh no, I can't do.
Do
what
some
you do.
work.
I can't do what you do.
No, do some work.
Okay,
please.
so the Colts took on the Jaguars, and this is a game that the Dolphins were really paying attention to because we got to find out who's going to separate themselves. And the Jaguars basically dominated this game, but that's not the news. The news is Daniel Jones was injured. He has a torn Achilles. That's not good. Poor Daniel Jones. We really feel for him here because he was having a great year and probably going to get himself another contract and in the future. But this is going to be a 6 to 9 month injury, maybe even longer, depending on his rehab. But it is what it is. The Jaguars won 36-19, and they're now 9-4 and leading that division. The Colts are 8-5. And Houston, which we'll get to in a little bit, is in the running for that division as well.
Yeah, the Jaguars, I'm going to hand up. Trevor Lawrence, hand up. Travis Etienne, hand up. I said that you guys were pretenders. You come out here and you consistently win big football games. Now you're the leader in your stacked of a division. Now it's between you guys and the Texans. The Colts are done. Riley Leonard also got hurt, who's the backup quarterback, rookie quarterback out of Notre Dame that plays for the Colts. He is hurt right now. And there are rumors, Chris and Mark, that Phillip Rivers is being worked out potentially to come back, 44-year-old Phillip Rivers, to come play for the Indianapolis Colts this season.
Fallopian Rivers.
How many kids? 13, I think.
Yeah, he has a lot. But don't they have Don't they have Richardson as their backup?
Yeah,
is he not there anymore?
He is, but would you really want that guy?
Phillip Rivers hasn't played in a while.
Yeah, but even Phillip Rivers is better than Anthony Richardson.
He did play there, right? Like he played in Indiana.
Very late.
His last year, I think, was there.
Yeah.
So maybe they're thinking that he could pick it up, I guess.
Yeah, he's not going to make more mistakes than Anthony Richardson.
You don't think so?
No. Phillip Rivers is a dog.
I find that a weird move.
He was a dog, dude. Oh, it's a weird move. Don't get me wrong, but that guy was a dog. An absolute dog. Phillip Rivers is good for the NFL. He's just a great career, great person, great human being, and one of the best shit talkers of all time without saying a bad word. That's very hard.
You know who he reminds me a lot of? Dan Marino. They're basically the same guy.
All right, I think that's a little blasphemous.
I was going to say Herbert, but...
Why? Because he plays for the Chargers?
No, but it's the same thing. They're very good, but they're not good enough. Like it's there, but it's not there. Why? You'll see. The guy can't do late round or late game.
Well,
touchdowns.
He's up. Herbert right now is up 7-0 against the Eagles at home. Now,
let's see what happens late in the game, because I'm talking about late in the game.
You're right.
It's when he folds.
Now, the Rams going into Arizona, taking on the Jacoby Brissett and the Cardinals, and again Matthew Stafford, who is my MVP. Not Drake May. It's Matthew Stafford, who plays in that ridiculously stacked NFC and NFC West. Another 3 touchdowns. This guy has 45 touchdowns dating back to last year, this time last year. 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 281 yards. Blake Corum from Michigan, 128 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns. Kyron Williams had a touchdown. Puka Nacua, 7 catches, 167, and 2 touchdowns. Absolute studs, 45-17, and now the Rams are the number 1 seed in the NFC, and they're 10-3.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to overtake them. I think last week we talked about this. The Rams are probably going to be the ones that run away with it, but they have a difficult schedule coming up. They got the Lions and Seahawks coming up, and then they end with 2 cupcakes in the Falcons and the Cardinals. So I'm still going to pick them to win the division and possibly be the number 1 seed in the NFC.
Now, another huge game of the week on Fox. The Packers at home taking on the Chicago Bears. This game at the beginning was all Green Bay, but Caleb Williams making those plays. Caleb Williams is a Houdini. He's one of the best players. When it 0-man pressure, he 0% sacks this year. Number 1 in the NFL on 31-0 person pressures. Caleb Williams, 2 touchdowns, but it wasn't enough. Jordan Love, 3 touchdowns, and Josh Jacobs, another touchdown on the ground. The Packers, 28, Bears, 21. Packers are now 9-3-1, and they're the 2nd seed. The Bears, who were the 1 seed going into that game, now fall all the way down to the 7th seed at 9-4.
Yeah, so we talked about that little rivalry between the 2 coaches, and LaFleur taught him a little something of how to be classy and how to win the game. Jordan Love also looked fantastic, right?
He's a good player, man.
Throwing for 3 touchdowns, but this team has finally gotten a little bit healthy. You have Watson, who's come back. Everyone forgot that he's the number 1 there, and he also scored 2 touchdowns yesterday. Josh Jacobs does what Josh Jacobs does, but Caleb Williams, at the end of the game, you put the ball in his hands, and he had the opportunity to just get the first down. He went for the long throw into the end zone. It got picked off. That's how it ends. He had 186 yards. He is a Houdini. I don't think he's good enough. I think the Bears are not there yet, and I don't think they're going to end it out. Green Bay, the number 2 team in the NFC. Look, I'm just giving you how the NFC is going to finish right now.
Oh, thank you, man.
You're
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. I don't agree with you, but appreciate that.
Who's the number 2 team in the NFC? Who's going to finish number 2?
Who's going to finish number 2?
Yeah,
Like in the regular season, we're talking here.
Yeah. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not talking about finishing.
Just say you agree with me.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay,
I agree with you. All right, last game of the night. The Texans going into Arrowhead taking on the Chiefs. This is a game. The Chiefs always win this game. It's a get back game. They're not going to win another game. They're not going to lose another game in a row. They're not going to go below 500. And that's what happened. The Texans holding Patrick Mahomes to 160 yards, 14 for 33, Chris. That is not efficient. He is not the Patty Mahomes.
Three interceptions. Wild.
I don't know if that's more Patrick Mahomes. I think it's this Texans defense. This Texans defense has turned a leaf, has turned this team into what they are now. They are one of the best defenses, if not the best defense in the NFL right now. The Texans have won. How many games have they won in a row, Chris? Can you take a look at that?
I can look at that for you, but they're 8-5, so they're right there, a game behind the Jaguars, and they're most likely going to catch them. They've won
5 in a row.
5 in a row. They got the Cardinals, Raiders, Chargers, and Colts. So they have a lot in front of them right now.
They started 0-3, guys. 0-3, and right now they're 8-5.
And they won some games without Stroud, like we talked about last week. They beat the Jaguars. They split with that, so that's good for them. And they're probably going to take the Colts now without Daniel Jones, unless Phillip Rivers is in there. We'll see.
And the Chiefs just lost their left tackle for the season. He's out for the year as well. It's not looking good for the Chiefs. The Chiefs are 6-7. So what does this look like? What does it look like right now for the NFL playoffs and the standings? Where do the Dolphins stand? The Dolphins right now in the AFC, out of 16 teams, are the 11th seed right now. But if I would have told you a couple weeks ago when the Dolphins were, 1-6, right?
Yep.
That we would be tied in week 14 with the Chiefs and the Ravens at 6-7, we would have been ecstatic about that.
Would we have?
No, probably not.
No.
We were saying everyone needs to lose. But you know what? Things change. We don't want our teams to lose. We want people to grow. We want people to get better. And that's what's happening with the Dolphins. But right now, the Dolphins sit, the 9, 10, 11 seed are all 6-7. The Indianapolis Colts are at the 8th seed. They are 8-5 right now. 8-5, but they're reeling, as we've talked about, with their injuries. And then you have the Bills, the Chargers, and the Texans. If the Chargers win tonight, all those teams, those two teams, the Bills and the Chargers, are 9-4, and the Texans are 8-5. But the Texans right now are a hot team. So the Dolphins essentially right now are 2 games behind the Texans. We need the Texans to start losing football games.
Yeah, we do. I think the Colts are going to continue losing, but we won't get into all the different tiebreakers, but it's almost impossible because of all the tiebreakers that are going on. As Ryan said, it's important to keep winning because we have a bunch of young guys on the team. We have a bunch of young defensive linemen. We have a bunch of young offensive linemen. We have our young running backs. It's important to build a culture of winning. And Mike McDaniel, let's see if you can finally go over the hump. This is not a big game in the sense that you're playing a playoff game, but it's finally, okay, you have a chance now, so to speak. And now the game matters. It's easy to win them when the games don't matter at all and just kind of come back out of nowhere. Now the games are going to matter a little bit. You're playing tough competition. You're starting with the Steelers. Then you got the Bengals. Then you got the Bucks and the Patriots. So if you finish off going undefeated, you've done enough to save your job. But if you don't win this game, to me, it's just more of the same. You've done a great job to this point, but is there anything different? We'll find out this week, and I'm excited to find out here with you guys, with everybody. Excited for it.
All right. Now, some of the top fantasy scorers at quarterback: Josh Allen, 46 points; Shador Sanders, 39 points; Matthew Stafford and Joe Burrow, 31 points. For running backs, Jahmyr Gibbs, another monster game with 38 points; Tony Pollard with 33 points; and Blake Corum with 27 points. For wide receiver, Michael Wilson.
Who does he play for?
For the Cardinals, 37 points. Huge game for him in a, nothing but garbage time. Puka Nacua with 35 points, and Jackson Smith and Jigba, again, with a huge game, 28 points. And tight end, Harold Fannin Jr. from the Browns, 25 points. Mike Gesicki with 20 points, and Dawson Knox with 17 points. Now, folks, LBO Locks. Mark, here we are. Let's hit him with it. Yeah. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. Best producer in the game. LBO Locks week 15 is here. It was a terrible week for myself and Mark. Little is back humming and drumming right now. I went 3-5 last week. Little went 3-1, and producer Mark went 0-5. Prop of the week went 0-1 last week. So season standings: 51-41, 40-34, 34-48 for producer Mark, and 5-6 for the prop of the week. Now, Thursday's night game, we had to pick it. We always pick the Thursday night game. It's a stinker, folks. It's the Falcons taking on the Bucs in a divisional game. Thursday night at 8:15 on Prime Video. Bucs are 4.5-point favorites at home, taking on what's his name, Captain Kirk Cousins, and the over/under is 44.5. The Tampa Bay Bucs right now are 7-6. The Falcons are 4-9. Both of these teams have an abysmal record against the spread, 5-8 and 5-7 respectively, and both are 6-7 over with the over/under. The Buccaneers have won 10 consecutive games straight up as favorites following a loss. The Falcons were just blown out by 21 points. Divisional underdogs coming off a loss of 21-plus points have an elite betting record since 2003, going 40-14. The over has hit in 4 of the Bucs' last 5 home games. So, Chris, you're the hottest gambler right now on this set. What's your pick?
This is a tough game. It's a short week. I'm definitely going to go with the Bucs, but the 4.5 is a little bit rich on that. So I'm going to go with my gut, though, and say take the Bucs.
Producer Mark.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks. I'm dealing with some stream issues here, so I'm gonna just focus on that. I don't know. I don't even know what we're talking about.
Okay, sounds good. Everything okay right now?
Yeah. It seems like we're better now. Or we're. I don't know. The internet just kind of poo-pooed a little bit for a second, but it's back.
Okay, sweet. All right. Taking on. So I will be taking the Falcons here in a get-right game. I think the Falcons, I'm going to go with that stat right here, 40-14 since 2003. It's a divisional game. It's half a week. The Bucs are reeling right now. Give me the Falcons here, even though they are the worst football team. I think Bijan Robinson should have a pretty decent game. Give him the rock. I will also be taking the under here, 44.5 points. These are bad football teams. We'll go for there. I'm going to take the under. Now, the next 3 games are monster games. I mean, some of the best we've seen all years. Sunday at 1 o'clock on CBS. I'm not doing anything on Sunday, baby. Stoof, we're not doing anything this weekend, okay? On Sunday, I want to watch football. First, at 1 o'clock, the Bills taking on the Patriots. Over-under is 49.5. The Bills right now opening up as a 1-point favorite, taking on Drake May. What does that tell you that Vegas is saying about the Bills and Josh Allen? Is that they're back. They're 9-4. They lose this game. They're only 1 game back, and they're going to be rooting for the Dolphins to beat the Patriots at the end of the year. I will be taking the Bills here. I take Josh Allen here all day, twice on Sunday. I'm not going to touch the over-under here, but the Patriots are 9-4 against the spread this year, one of the best in the NFL. The Patriots have dominated the last 5 games against the Bills. They've gone 5-0 against the spread. And favorites playing early in the 1 o'clock game Sunday window have struggled immensely this season. I don't care. Give me the Bills. Mark, Bills or Patriots?
I'll take the Billions.
Love it. Mr.
Yeah, I totally think that the Bills may have been looking ahead last week when they were playing against Cincinnati. I think they can show up and win. So I think they've had this circled on their schedule for quite some time. I'm going with the Bills. I like Ryan. I'm not touching the over and under because I'm terrible at those. But I expect Buffalo to come out and show the AFC East who's in charge. If the Bills would have lost last week, I would be totally rooting for the Patriots. But I'm taking the Bills.
Yeah, we should be rooting for the Patriots here, but because the Bills are in front of us.
I mean, it wouldn't. I mean, I'd be fine with either one losing. But
yeah, agreed. But now, let's go to LA. Sunday at 4:25. That monster of a game finishes, and then the Lions going to LA, taking on the Rams. The Rams are 5.5-point favorites. Wow. Against a good Lions team who just crushed the Cowboys. Over-under is 55, one of the highest of the season. The Rams are 10-3 straight up, 10-3 record. Lions are 8-5. The Rams are 9-4. I've been humming them all year long on the against the spread, 9-4 against the spread. When the Lions are underdogs of 3.5 or more under Coach Dan Campbell, they are 16-6 against the spread. I love this game. Absolutely love this game. I love the Rams. They're my favorite football team this year. I've been talking about them the entire year. Over under 55. That's a lot of points. I don't care. Give me all the points in the world. This is going to be so much fun. Give me the over here. I'm so scared to take the Rams here, but I'm going to take the Lions here. I'm going to take the Lions.
Ooh.
I think it's going to be, I'm not going to say that they're going to win the game, but I think the over under, give me the Lions and give me the over here. Producer Mark.
I'm going to go with the Rams here.
I'm with you, Ryan. I'm going to go with the over, but I'm taking the Rams.
Ooh, okay. That's going to be a fun game. Two high-powered offenses, two fun defenses that can get after the quarterback. That is pure entertainment. Now, this is not the night game. There's another game at 4:25 happening on CBS. The Packers going into Mile High and taking on the Broncos. You got 9-4-1 taking on 11-2. You got the Broncos are 7-6 against the spread this year. The Green Bay Packers are 6-7.
6-7.
Yeah, 6-7. Oh, the Dolphins are 6-7. I was gonna say that. I forgot about that, dude.
Okay, man, you did it now.
Damn it. Charlie Abbey, the Dolphins 6-7. They loved it. They loved it this week. Over under for the Packers are 7-6-1. Over is 5-8 for the Denver Broncos. The Broncos are 6-0 straight up at Empower Field at Mile High this season. The under has hit in 5 of the Broncos' last 6 home games. Producer Mark, who do you like here?
I like the Broncos here. For my brother-in-law, shout out to Frankie. I'm going to go with the Broncos here.
All right, Frankie. Chris?
This is a tough one.
Mm-hmm. Good game.
We talked about how good the Packers have been. The Packers, though, for some reason will play great one week, and then the next week they'll just kind of come back to earth as if, again, they're looking ahead of teams. They got to go over to Colorado. They got to play up in the altitude. I don't care. Give me the Packers.
Bo Nix doesn't do it for me. He just, I know that their defense is elite.
It's a great name, though.
It is a great name. Patrick Surtain is a absolute stud, PS2. But I like the Packers here too. I just feel they're a scary football team. Micah Parsons, right now, Jordan Love, like you said, he's got his weapons. Jordan Love is one of these people, he doesn't have a number one receiver. He's just got a bunch of no-name guys, but they all commit. They all come to play for him. They play well. And then they got Josh Jacobs and Emmanuel Wilson. Great running game. I'm going to take the Packers here, and I'm also going to take the over. 43 is a low number. It's going to be trenches here, but I'm going to take the over here. Okay, so that's it. That's week 15, all wrapped up. It is what it is. And now, folks, it's back for our set. It's our favorite segment, top 3. We're going to go with top 3 Christmas gifts of all time. All right. Next week, we're going to be doing top 3 Christmas movies. Uh-huh. Okay. So top 3 Christmas gifts. We're going to start with producer Mark here.
Mark, before you get into it, it's kind of fitting here because this guy has been so sensitive and so upset at me all day.
Yes,
but
he has.
Since we're talking about our favorite Christmas gifts, I brought you a Christmas gift. Okay, so you just wait right here.
What? Really? Oh, man. You didn't have to do that.
Just because you love them so much, I brought you. So
does it work?
The story about this is that Brittany sent me this on Instagram, and the lady was at Walmart, and she was like, for some reason, these little Debbie trees are at Walmart, like anybody would want to buy it. And I looked at it, I go, Ryan would absolutely want this. And
you're forgiven.
here you go.
There
There you go.
I feel bad that I went after you earlier.
No,
Dude, this is
it's okay.
This is an honorable mention best Christmas gifts I've gotten. I'm not even kidding around. Thank
There you go,
dude.
Little Debbie's. So
Oh
I think
my
we've done
God.
a segment on Little Debbie's in our previous pod when we were back in our bedrooms doing the show. So we'll get back to that another time. But Ryan, there you go.
Oh, dude, this is incredible right here. All right, Mark. Well, I'm gonna go honorable mention. I have two. I'm gonna go Lil Debbie's here. This is pretty amazing. My other honorable mention is every year. Every year is my favorite Christmas gift because I have the gift of friendship and I have you guys, and you guys are my friends, and I love you guys very much. And to have you guys in my life and have this podcast, I love you, man. I love you. I love you guys.
I love you too, man.
Honorable mention.
I love you, big guy.
All right, love you too, brother. All right, producer Mark.
So I'm not going to go honorable mentions. I'm just going to go straight into it. Number 3 is going to be these bad boys. Just going to take them off. Just hurt myself. These bad boys. My wife bought them for me for this Christmas, but she can't hold on to a gift after she buys it. So she gave it to me. Also, it's in season right now, so it's better.
Yes.
So yeah, these right here. These are one of the number 3. Number 3.
Those are pretty sick.
Those are super sick. Chris, number 2. Number 3 for you.
So these are all gifts that I've gotten as a kid mostly, and not even a kid, a young adult. I'm just say this. Brittany for sure has given me great Christmas gifts. I couldn't think of any of them, and she couldn't either. So that's where I'm off the hook because I asked her, like, what have you got? I know you got me good gifts. So, but anyways, as a young adult, my third on the list is I got a Sony TV with surround sound for my bedroom. Wow. It was an amazing gift as a young adult, and I held on to it as long as I could. It was great watching movies in my room, and that was it.
My number 3 is 2013 Christmas. I had just started dating that previous January, the most gorgeous, beautiful blonde, blue eyes I've ever met in my life, who loves to cook, who loves to put up with my shenanigans. And Stoof gifted me a Burberry wallet, Michael Kors watch. It was just a wonderful Christmas. It was my first Christmas with my wife. I'll never forget it. Love you, baby. That was my number 3 Christmas. Now, my number 2, and I think this might be on some other lists right here. We're going to go back to 1996 Christmas. We used to start, we go to you go open up your gifts, at my house. Then we will go to my uncle's house. Then we would go to my grandmother's house. And then we would always end up at my grandparents' house. And it was all in Country Walk. And it would, we would always end up at Abby and Abel's house. That's what we call my grandparents on my mom's side. And it was the year of N64. And I was going, and I went to my cousin's house, and he comes out, and he's like, I got it. I got N64. We're playing Star Fox. I'm like, oh, my God, where's my N64? I didn't get it. I opened up all my gifts. I got underwear. I got sweaters. I got, basketball shorts, but no N64. And all day long, we end up at Abby and Abel's house. It's the last day. We open all the gifts, and no N64. And I'm a little sad, I'm a little down, but I was always appreciative. And then they come out, they go, oh, we have one more. And they bring it out. And it's this big box.
It's always so good.
And it was N64. And I knew exactly what it was. I was hugging my grandfather and my grandmother, and I will never forget it. That was my second best Christmas gift of all time.
It's amazing when parents do, like, they trick the kids a little bit. When we were young, our parents... I'm going to say it. You can say no to me. I don't care.
Okay, everybody, if any kids are listening.
No, don't. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I guess that's true. There could be kids listening. So never mind. We could just jump into number 2.
On your list is?
I'll jump on number 2 on my list. I don't remember what year it was, but it was definitely around 93, 4, 5, around there. It is My Pal 2. And he is you can see him here. He is a little robot that he does a bunch of things. He has like a basket. He talk to you. And this particular toy, I remember getting and playing with it a lot when I was a little kid. But it went over to my godson. It made it all the way to him, and it came back. And we'll post it on the reel. But it came all the way back to Sophia. and Sophia
No
was playing with
way.
it, and she was like loving it, and I felt something when I saw her play with it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Like almost
dude.
like if I was a kid again. It was a
Love
pretty
that.
wonderful experience. So that's gonna be my number 2.
My number 2 is not one specific thing, but it's a Christmas that I remember. Remember asking for all the Power Rangers that you can have.
The whole collection.
Like the whole collection.
We used to rate whole
You were a
collection.
huge Power Ranger. I mean, everyone was, but you were big time.
So
you were Jason.
So we had
Jason.
you open up. We had a stack full of gifts, and I will see if we can find the picture, and we'll post that picture. But it was like every single type of Power Ranger. It was a Power Ranger that just by himself, the one that the head flips up. It's the sword, the whole thing.
The sword.
It was so amazing, and we loved it so much that Mark and I still have the box of Power Rangers up in the attic in my parents' house.
No
'cause
way.
We don't have enough space in our house. Parents have plenty of space. So mom and dad, it's going to stay there. Don't sell it. Yeah, dad, hey, don't give it away, okay? Don't give it away to another kid or anything like that. It's not happening. If I wanted to give it away, I'll decide when we're giving them away, okay? So the Power Rangers,
What's your number one?
That's a good one.
my number one what?
It's a snake draft. What's your number one gift?
Oh, sorry. My number one gift. I don't know if Mark has this on his list because they're pretty amazing gifts. We got a go-kart, and that was some of the best times in our lives. I'll say it. We had the little dirt road, and we would just go up and down. It was a 2-seater, though, so we had to be there together because if we weren't, it was too light. And I remember this. I remember this one time. I was driving down the dirt road, and it crosses over the street, over 60th Street, and my dad was just like waving me through. And we used to have this little pothole that we would jump. And I jumped so high, and because my dad was like waving me through, and I landed and hurt my back, and it was very painful, but
Dangerous.
I survived. Yeah, it was dangerous.
Pretty dangerous, but we rode the hell out of that thing. We broke it a bunch of times. My dad kept on having to fix the axle because we would bend it. That thing was phenomenal. I completely forgot about that for whatever reason, but I'll put that in my honorable mentions.
What's your number one?
My number one is my mom bought me a keyboard, a Casio keyboard, 88 keys, fully weighted. That's how I learned how to play piano. The reason why she bought it for me is because we always had a piano when we were younger because she played piano, but she had given it to a family friend, and they returned it when I was about 18 years old. So it was the first time I was really getting to music and all that stuff, and I would play the piano, and I would try to teach myself through that. My mom bought me the Casio, and she said, "Here, now you can practice with headphones on." But whatever it is, that keyboard is the reason why I know how to play music the way that I know how to play today is because of that. It's phenomenal. My mom still doesn't think I'm a musician. She says I'm not a musician, but she gave me the tool I needed to become one. So that's it.
Shout out, Dally. We love you. We're going to go for my number one, 2000 Christmas. Every year we would go to my Uncle George's house for Noche Buena. We would do the pig. And this year, I'll never forget. I couldn't believe it. I was always the first one to wake up. I had older sisters, always at 6 o'clock in the morning, wake up, go wake everybody up, and they tell me, go get your big gordito ass back to bed. We're not waking up. And I just ran to the Christmas tree to go see everything. And there in my family room was a pool table. Ooh. I had and earlier that night, the night of Noche Buena, while we're at the party, I remember before we left late at night, the pool table was not there. So I have no idea how Santa Claus got that in Country Walk and put the pool table there. It was the most...
Santa. It's magic.
It was the most ingenious way logistically to get this done. But I'll never forget. I was so happy. Imagine I was 12 years old, but so thrilled when I saw this thing. And the pool table was always a mainstay at the Lafarga house. So many parties, so many pool tables, so much. That's where I got my betting from. That pool table was incredible. That was my best Christmas gift of all time.
It's a good one. That's a good. I remember that table, and I love that table.
Yeah. We had so many fun. We played a lot of beer pong on that table too.
Yeah.
We messed up that felt later on down in life. All right, folks. 'Tis the season. We love you guys so much. Let us know what your favorite Christmas gifts of all time were. Put that in the comments. We appreciate you guys. Every single Monday, we will be here. 7, 8 o'clock. We will be here next week. We will not be live. We will be live streaming the Steelers game, as Chris mentioned. Follow us on 786 Sports on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And just let us know how everything is going. We love you guys. We support you. We love all your support. And Chris, take us away.
Remember that this episode is brought to you by Sacieta Law, personal injury attorneys. If you've been injured in a car accident, you need more than just a lawyer. You need an advocate who truly cares and fights hard for what you deserve. Call Sacieta Law at 305-340-9082 or visit sacietalaw.com for your free consultation. Sacieta Law, where strength meets compassion. Sayonara, suckers.
We have one more thing to do. Playoffs, baby. Playoffs. Let's go.